The Trojans led the ball game 26-0, had it well in hand against the undefeated team from Maquoketa Valley as they prepared for the second half of action. And on this report being brought to you by Rube's Auto in Grand Meadow, Minnesota, and the Conway Funeral Homes, we're going to be talking with Coach Mark Scott, as well as viewing some of those second half highlights and all of that coming up for you right after this. For over 125 years, the Conway family and the Conway Funeral Home has been there, offering a wide variety of services including traditional, cremation, memorial, donation for scientific study, and pre-funding with banks or insurance companies. They also lend strong support for the communities they serve in Cresco, Proudvin, Riceville, and Ocean. Proudly serving you since 1886, the Conway Funeral Home. Talking with Coach Mark Scott. Coach, you're really clicking on all cylinders here tonight. Offense, defense, running the ball, passing the ball. It was really a good show.
Well, kids played well. I mean, they came, they played. They were pretty disciplined for the most part. We had a few penalties here and there, but most of them were just hustle penalties. You know, you're going to get a few holding calls here and there when you got kids trying to do their job as hard as they can. So, you know, we got to work on it a little bit. But yeah, passing game was a little better tonight, I think, and running game looked good. Right. So, special teams was good.
You're beginning to be a very tough team to defend. You have a guy going up the middle, one sweeping out, and you counter with a couple of others, and your quarterback runs the ball well, throws the ball well, and it looks like you're developing some receivers. So this has really become a pretty good offensive football team.
Well, let's hope it continues that way. We got some teams that we're going to have to score some points against them coming up here, so we need to keep going.
But this was a good football team tonight, too. Maquoketa Valley came in and undefeated, and to me they looked big, especially early in the ball game. I don't know if it was the uniforms or what, but they looked like a pretty big football team.
They got some athletes. They got, big, strong back. Got quarterback's got a great arm. They got some little receivers that are quick, that can catch the ball. They were missing their number one tailback, though. I mean, and in fairness to them, he was not there. So, but yeah, they took a couple of things away from us, and there's probably some, some paper things that didn't look good, but we came through with our fullback and a few other things to kind of dictate what was going on.
Now, one thing you're always looking for, the coach, you want to improve every week, and this team really seems to be improving week to week right now.
Yeah, if we can keep getting a little better, we're starting, some of the younger kids are starting to figure out, when people jump around, who they got to pick up, and we're starting to tackle a little better. That's coming. It still needs to get a little better, but it's coming.
Northland next week. How about that ball club?
They're improved, and they got a couple kids came out that didn't play last year. They're physical. They're gonna come and hit you, and they're gonna run some stuff at us we haven't seen before. Some shotgun and some wide open stuff. So we'll have to tackle well and execute offensively.
All right, Mark Scott, Turkey Valley coach. Thank you. And as we continue with second half highlights, let's look at A.J. Martin. Break off a long run. A.J. had some nice runs in this football game for the Trojans, and also, of course, always playing tough defense. This is Jordan Schmidt on the very next play, sweeping wide on the left side before being run out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Now we're going to see Dalton Hackman running some plays at the quarterback position, and Dalton will be on a run here for the Trojans on this particular play. A lot of good tackling there by the Maquoketa Valley Ball Club. John Schmidt, who had some big runs in the game, late in the game once again. And here we're going to watch John get his touchdown for the Turkey Valley Trojans, the final touchdown of the football game. Right straight ahead and bangs in to the end zone off the left guard for the Turkey Valley touchdown. And one more play and we'll wrap her up as Adam Schaffenbuhl on the defense here for Turkey Valley. And we'll be back with more right after this. Great news, everyone. Now you can get the vehicle you want at the price you want and deserve. No more overpaying for a good used car just because it comes from a dealer. Rube's Auto in Grand Meadow, Minnesota has the right selection at the right price, and they will treat you right even after the sale. Check out the selection of their Find a Car website. Click the logo to get right there. Easy to find, too. Follow the directions to Rube's Auto, Grand Meadow, Minnesota. Worth the drive. Well, and that puts the wraps on this football game. A home win for Turkey Valley in district play. They go to 2-0. 40 for Turkey Valley. Maquoketa Valley, nothing. Maquoketa Valley came in undefeated. Now the Trojans will take another long trip. This one down to North Lynn for a game down there. They handled North Lynn pretty easy last year at homecoming, but Coach Scott, as you heard, says North Lynn is a much improved football team. But you have to love what is happening right now with the Turkey Valley Trojans. 2-0 district play, 3-1 overall, and their only loss to Southwind, really a game they could have won. And Southwind, of course, doing extremely well in 2A, and they remain undefeated right now in football for the 2011 season. So the future looking real good, the immediate future here for Turkey Valley. A good start to district play in the 2011 season. This report brought to you by Rube's Auto in Grand Meadow, Minnesota, in the Conway Funeral Home. For WDDnews.com, I'm Randy Novotny.